junkyard.
That's so serene. That's so calm.
Yeah, take me to bed.
I felt the burning of my jalapenos in my stomach, so I had to stay
down in a
Yes.
burning ring of fire.
So, in case listeners you haven't noticed,
we
Caden
started?
is not here this week.
Hi guys.
I didn't even know I got muted.
Well,
So
yeah,
we
bro,
have,
you were munching in your mic. I don't think.
Bro,
Yeah,
Get
the
this far away.
it was loud. It was very
It was
loud.
very-
That's
loud.
fucked up. Why can you hear the inside of my mouth but not my fucking phone when I play music through it?
want you to
Bullshit.
be mine again.
But yes, we have temp host Henley Hippopotamus here.
Hello, you goons.
Finally, in
Jumping
enough
it.
advance to actually get him on.
Does he need to introduce himself like we introduced ourselves?
Yeah,
or no?
yeah, Henley, go
Henley,
ahead.
what school do you go to? Henley, what college do you go to?
What major are you?
NA, non-applicable.
Unemployment University.
Unemployment University.
Fort Silas or whatever the fuck.
Fort Sill. I was a part-time employee at.
Also,
Fort Sill.
I don't know. Also, we got to make sure, Henley, just before you slip up, there's a running gag that we don't say anything about where we're from. So
okay,
speak
cool.
very carefully here.
Yeah, I live in an
Tread
undisclosed
carefully.
location in an
Yeah.
undisclosed part of the country. I don't go to school
I know where you live.
currently. Yeah, I know where you live too.
I know where you live.
I know where all of you live. If you've been,
I
on
mean,
the
I don't
soon-
know. Could
if
you, if you got to campus, I don't know if you could find my dorm. I don't think you could.
I think if I did enough looking around, I could probably find it and be like, "You seen this motherfucker before?" Like, hold up a picture of you.
You would be surprised. To be honest with you,
They're kind of confusing.
it's kind of weird. Like I wouldn't have found it unless the dude dropped me right in the exact spot where I was supposed to be
Yeah.
to find his dorm.
because it's like it's both right where it should be, but also out of the way at the same time. I don't know if Noah
and
understands
then
my
there's the
description of
thing,
that.
like, okay, so with dorms, sometimes they stick dorms together, right? And sometimes with dorms, they look the exact same,
Yeah,
and the address is so similar. You're like, which is the correct dorm? You're like,
we have 626 Emerson and 636 Emerson, and they're two completely different buildings.
How far? Would,
Actually, my
how far
dorms
would you
are
say
pretty
they are?
easy.
They're right next to each other.
Oh. Well, then yeah, if I'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's in this one," and then I go to one, and it's like, "Oh, I don't know." who
Although
the
I
fuck
don't,
that
I don't
is.
live in either of those.
and then also you need a key card to get in, or you just like sneak in behind somebody, like I do.
Yeah, you just like
I just left Noah down there for a while. You know, just let him.
Yeah, he was asleep when I got
let
there.
him rot.
I slept through my alarm.
I was
Like,
just
in
chilling
case,
in the
you know,
lobby with that one kind lady.
Very nice.
Yeah. Wait, was it the girl? Like
You boy,
she's like early
It was-
20s maybe.
probably. I don't know. I actually couldn't tell you a single thing about her.
She's nice if that's who you're.
I only remember that
I-
it was a girl who was nice that let
This
me in.
might be a woman. I don't
Anyway.
know. But yeah, if you,
It
you
could- it actually could. It could
have
have
watched any of the
I have
gaming
no idea.
content on the channel before, you've probably seen me.
Oh yeah. You're not. I
Yep.
forget that you're not new to the channel.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
I'm-
veteran.
I'm here every once in a while.
I wonder. Caden probably has more content just because of the Let's Plays.
Pokemon.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
plays.
But-
Pokemon.
One of those Let's Plays did pretty well too. I'm pretty sure.
Henley probably has more content than Noah.
Excuse me.
That might be true. Or
Shit
me,
could be
honestly.
like
I'm not
a
even in.
little
I'm not
shit.
even in that much content.
Listen,
Bro.
I have every episode of the podcast except one and 2 Lego Star Wars Let's Plays.
How many podcast episodes did you guys do before I joined? Like 3.
Yeah.
I was
No.
gone.
And I've
Good
been
to-
in. I've been in some Fortnite gameplay videos.
Okay, so
Forza
Noah, I want to go over
Fortnite
this first
gameplay.
point before we stay it for the viewers. This was supposed to be in this day's episode, right? Or
What?
the
Oh,
top
yeah.
point.
It's not
it
my
on the-
point.
It's not your point.
What
It's
is
the
literally.
point?
It's called Noah's soapbox. That's
That's
not
the
you.
last point. It's the last thing on the list.
No, because you
What?
put that in. You
Are
put
you
that in
geeking?
last week's pod, so I dropped it down. to this
Doesn't it
week's
say
pod.
March?
It's been
No,
moved
Matthew.
to the
Remember he does the
14th
fucky
one.
flipped.
No, because it literally said 1403 when I looked earlier and put something down there.
Yeah, yeah, but look at the points.
No, I know. I'm looking at it now, but when the episode,
Can you read?
March 7th episode, it said March 14th originally.
Okay.
Like it was a different day, but it had
So are
those
you-
same points.
Are you still
So,
going to talk about this? Then?
yeah,
or
how-
no?
Yeah, I'll
you
still
gone
talk
over
about it.
this?
I was just confused because. All right. Okay. My soapbox. Have you guys and so I'm gonna start this off by saying this is probably a me problem.
Okay.
White people problem.
Good
Maybe
start,
not.
good start,
It
good
depends on
start,
if
good
it depends,
start.
it depends on if you guys agree with me or not.
Okay.
Have either, or I guess have any of the three of you seen? You probably haven't seen the second thing, but have you at least seen the new State Farm commercial that has come out?
With Jimmy Fallon.
Which one? Yeah, the
No,
Jimmy Fallon one?
the Jason Bateman one with the Batman characters.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have.
I've not
You've
seen
seen that.
I've not
You
seen
might
And
have
then
to
have any of you
describe
by
it for the
chance
audience.
seen Marvel? Do you guys follow Marvel on Instagram or anything and see their posts?
Nope.
Of the
No,
anything
I
or
probably
anything?
should.
Okay.
But I do not.
So my tirade. I don't know how to like name what is like exactly the problem. Like give it like a like a
Yeah.
like an issue name.
Like you're just
Describe how it
mad.
makes you feel.
I'm just mad.
Yeah.
So I have a problem because both the State Farm commercial and okay, so what Marvel did is that they posted. It's apparently when they posted in this day in history, it was like the anniversary of them killing off Gwen Stacy in the comics
Let's go,
For the
Chad.
first time.
for the first time.
What an awesome thing to
And
celebrate.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, I think it's like foreshadowing their new release where they're bringing back Gwen Stacy and she's gonna be like a Spider Person or whatever, but not like Gwen, not like Spider Gwen, but like a different one. I don't know, it's some dumb shit.
Like for the Marvel movies?
no, for the comics, this is all comics, but
Oh, that
Marvel
reminds me of something.
Marvel posted like a little animation. That was like dubbed, like it was narrated by like Miss Minutes from like the Loki TV show or whatever, and it was like an animation, like about like it was like showing what happened in the comic, and it was like cool, it was animated well or whatever. And so the problem I have with these superhero companies or like the people that are making these
Vought.
is why are you spending why are you like allocating small pieces of like money pools towards small events that look better than the things you're putting out in the mainstream?
Wait, did I miss?
And so so I'm gonna compare each thing, right?
Dropped my chin.
So they have the State Farm commercial, which includes a Batman, a Jim Gordon, a Batmobile, the Joker, Riddler, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy, all in the commercial, and they all look very close to their comic parts, but they still look like they could exist in the real world. Like they look really cool, as you've seen it, and
I'm gonna look this up.
they all have really cool designs. It's like acted pretty well. It's like it's a good commercial, right? And you think like, oh, that was a cool commercial, but then you're like wondering why isn't this what we're seeing in mainstream movies?
Oh my god.
Like why isn't this where it's going? Because that's not what the James Gunn's DCU is going to look like. Because they're not going to cast SZA as Catwoman or some TikToker who eats food as Jim Gordon. Like they're not as cool as the commercial is. That's not what it's going to look like. They may hire maybe certain characters
You want
based
the
off of
honest
this.
answer?
Gord Jibman?
No, I'm not done.
He's let him
Okay.
You
cook.
can give me your honest answer. Let me cook. And so with that, I'm like, well, okay, this is definitely not what's going to be with James Gunn's DCU. And not that I have a problem with like Matt Reeves' DC at all, but why are you putting out cool shit that's not for anything? Like it's a fucking State Farm commercial.
Are you
which
mad?
State Farm just did really controversial things during the LA fires by pulling everyone's insurance right before it happened, so they couldn't claim it.
Maybe that's why they
No,
need
I
new-
know. So why is
So-
DC
wait,
helping
hold
them
on.
out and not using that money to make cool shit? Then, second of all, Marvel just put out that
We can
shitty
go-
looking Spider-Man
We can go down
animated TV
Conspiracy
show.
Central here in a
Oh,
second.
yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man or whatever
I've
it's
seen
called?
I've seen some
Yeah,
clips.
it
That
was
show
it was
looks-
supposed to be freshman year, right?
Yeah. So what I've heard is that quality-wise, like content, it's like okay. I haven't seen it. I couldn't tell you. I'm not gonna make assumptions whether it's a good show or a bad show. But what I would put my information on or my opinion on is that it looks bad.
The art style
Like
is
animation
terrible.
wise. The art style is awful.
I hate
It
it.
looks poorly animated. Like they don't move like real people or even convincing people.
It's like PNGs.
It just doesn't look very good. Like they don't like, and I'd say like the actual art style isn't awful. They just don't. They're not animated in a way that is like looks good.
I don't like the art
And
style
then-
either. I'm gonna be so honest.
It's it's whatever. But like if you animate it well, you can make anything look all right.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I
it
mean?
looks. I'm watching a clip of it right now in the background. It looks
Yeah,
kind of.
it doesn't look good. But
It
then
looks like the Ultimate
Marvel-
Spider-Man PS2 game.
It looks very funky.
Marvel puts out a post for the anniversary of Gwen Stacy's first comic death with a little animation for it, and it looks way better than this fucking TV show. Why? Just use that. Why are you doing that? Should I pull up this video?
It's
Yeah,
clip
I'm
is
trying
good.
to pull.
I'm
it up
looking
on my
at
phone.
just
It's on
images
social
from the
media.
State Farm commercial, and the Joker looks really good. Who was playing Batman in this?
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't know.
Jason
No one
Bateman,
knows like any of like the actual
I was
cast.
gonna say, did Bateman play?
Jason
Bateman
Bateman's not
and
Batman. He's Bateman.
Or he's
yeah,
like
he's Bateman.
he's Bateman. Sorry,
Yeah. Okay. Bateman.
I'm trying to find the animation that you're talking about for. Oh yeah, I found it. Oh yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah, doesn't it look cool? Wouldn't you much prefer that? And so the problem is not like, and what people might be thinking is like, oh, your problem with the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man or whatever is like, race swaps. I don't give a fuck. My problem is the style. Like
It's
I don't
ugly.
care. Like
It's ugly.
Green Goblin can be black in that animation that Marvel posted. I don't care. My problem is the style. Like why are we making stuff look cooler in projects that don't matter
Oh, Jim Gordon's that
than
guy.
projects that do matter?
I mean, I think there's an ultimate answer to
And
this. to this
yes, there is an
question.
ultimate answer. It's just they don't care and
money.
they want
And
money.
It's cheaper to
Yes,
to
Yeah.
put a bunch of resources into something that's short,
and that's why it's a
doesn't matter.
soapbox because I'm just
Yeah.
angry and I don't like that this is how it is
Yeah.
because I would
No,
like.
I think it's poor management. I think you should understand that hey, we should keep our core audience happy, because in the long term that will retain more money than pissing them off.
Well, if you like slowly
Easy.
make it worse and worse and worse and worse, there's always going to be
Yeah.
people that are like, it looks fine. I like it. When in reality,
Well,
it
and
looks-
the other
Yeah,
thing,
but that audience, okay, like
Yeah.
like the massive Marvel audience, like they're one of the most like
borderline
like,
fanatic.
I would say educated, yeah, like fanatic fan bases out there. And so there's going to be 80% of the fan base, I would say, or like 50% of the fan base at least is like I would deem like a fanatic fan base. And they care about these things. And if you lose 50% of your audience respectively as a company, if you're losing 50% of your on your revenue, you're fucked. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say.
I don't know. It's just like my other issue is that like obviously because like what people will often say is like, oh, it just won't like translate well, or like they just can't like they just don't have the ability to make it.
But we have proof that they
So,
do.
like the State Farm commercial, it's a fucking State Farm commercial. Like in its essence, it's a silly
The
concept.
characters,
But
look
like
really
you can't
good,
deny
though.
when you're watching it that some of them like they look cool. And it's not like you're like laughing at like the way the Batman looks because the Batman does look cool, even
Yes.
if the concept's still silly and the things he's saying may be silly. Like everything about it is like still like cool.
Actually insane that I just watched the Gwen Stacy death scene with this animation style at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. almost on a Friday. What the fuck? Sorry, I just watched like the whole clip.
Yeah, no, wasn't it pretty cool?
It's really well animated. Like
yeah,
it looks
doesn't that,
really
like I
good.
would watch.
And I just watched a part of an episode because there's a free episode on YouTube of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I just skimmed through it, and yeah, the animation it just doesn't. It's fine, but the other one is better.
Like I don't know, like I would just much rather watch a TV show that looks like. And for those of you like, I don't know if we're gonna just stream it because I don't know if we can like get away with that. But
I don't think we can.
for those watching, just go to Marvel's Instagram and it's like one of the latest posts.
Isn't that just like reaction content?
the day
Don't
of
people do
publishing.
that
if
all the
if
time?
you want to like look,
Yeah. I think it would be fine, but like you never know
I could
with
pull it up.
insurance
but also you have to pull up on
companies.
Copyright laws.
Instagram and then you have to do it on the browser.
I have
and-
Instagram. I have Instagram open. I can.
We
Okay,
could
okay, we can pull it
definitely
up.
do the State Farm commercial. We could definitely play that.
That is free range, I believe.
Yeah, the Jim Gordon
just
is played by that
baffling.
guy that's always like, "Come here," and then he
Jordan Stallion.
yeah, he
Jordan
films himself
Stallion,
in the
yeah.
mirror, and then he's like, you know,
I like that guy. He's pretty cool. I like
SZA
that
is
guy.
Catwoman
Here,
is really
here's
cool.
their Instagram page.
The Joker looks so good though.
Yeah, the Joker
And-
looks cool. The
Is it
Riddler has
this
got cool
one?
design. Yep, it's that one.
The Rizzler.
Yeah. Can I make this full screen somehow?
Oh my god.
I don't think so.
Unmute it real quick, just so like if you can.
Oh god,
Jesus.
that's really loud.
Yikes,
to,
y'all.
but-
Before we fall in too deep, let
I don't know. I think I'm worried about like sounds.
Yeah, you can keep it muted. That's fine.
What the hell is this?
You don't really need to.
Yeah, we don't-
Can I-
the
can I
context is not
skip
important.
ahead of this. Yeah, it won't
I
let
think
me-
this is. Yeah, I don't
Even this
think you skipped
portion,
to something
like
in
it's
the
nothing, but it's
browser.
animated very nicely. The little clock guy.
It's
or
very stupid.
whatever it
I
is.
hate that it's way. I understand why it's more accessible on the app, but look at this.
Yeah, that looks. Weird.
Looks good. It looks really good.
He got
The
them
characters have detail.
got
They
them waves
move
on him, bruh.
convincingly. And then that shit, that's cool. That's a cool way to do the spider effect. It's very like into the
Yeah,
Spider Verse
yeah,
style.
this looks
kind of
really
thing.
awesome. Like I love the style. So then if we compare this,
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
compare
quick
to
little
this.
comparison.
hold on.
The rest of the clip is really cool too. If you guys want to check that out.
Yeah, you should. I just watched the whole thing. It's cool. And
Yeah, you guys
then
should all check that
this
out.
is
It's
the
pretty cool.
show, which I don't know how much free reign we have on sharing this, but I'll just do a few seconds. of-
Just look at the way they move.
yeah, I don't want to do more than that.
Who is
Um,
that?
What was that? Like,
Is that character on
watch.
the left
Like, can we
supposed
pull up
to
a?
be?
Can we pull up a quick? Do we have some kind of clip of
this
Spider-Man
is probably
doing
this
things?
is probably copyrighted. Is the thing here? We can look at this.
Well,
Yeah, I know.
It's
Oh, okay.
like, it's like the.
What the hell?
Okay, pause it. I'm not watching any more of
who's
this
that?
bullshit, bruh.
I do
I'm
like the
sorry.
blue and black Venom looking dude from like the
No,
comic.
no, but like,
I like the design of Doctor Strange. I just don't
okay,
like his
you
way it's
watch
animated.
weekly
I like the
release.
designs,
Okay, this is gonna be a comparison. Okay, and it's a little different of a comparison. You're kind of comparing bananas to oranges, but they're still fruit. Okay, if you compare that
Wait,
to
what?
if you compare
no, let
that
him
to a weekly released anime where they have to make one anime.
Oh my god, he's about to
30 minutes
slok off
long.
solo.
Solo leveling,
No, no,
back
no,
at it
no,
again.
No. This is just a general comment. This is just a general point I'm making.
Would you say it's true for solo leveling, Matthew? Like he's not.
Well,
He knows. He knows. I know. He knows. I know.
I actually have a problem with the latest episode of Solo Leveling, but that's besides the point. And it has to go down to animation quality. But even then, like with your, like if you just look at anime that weekly releases, they have to make an anime 30 minutes long every week for, however long. And usually the animation is like really, high quality. And you look at whatever the fuck that was, and like, what are you attracting with that animation? Like, like the guy does an NPC emoji. You know that one girl on like Instagram or TikTok that does like the weird cringe. Yeah. That's what the dude did.
I think
that's
that-
what he did, bro.
I think I think I understand what they're going for. They're trying to make it feel like a comic book, but at a certain point, an animated show and a comic book are two different mediums.
But also, you can animate comic book styles
Way
convincingly.
better than that. Like, anime, another great example.
Like
I'm sorry, I keep pointing at
a great
it.
no,
it's
but no,
similar.
but an actual non-anime example that's great is Batman the Animated Series
True.
and the Justice League animated show that was basically its sequel, and then like all of its subsidiaries like Superman the Animated Series or whatever. Even Young
spin-off.
Justice, which isn't related necessarily, but like DC and Marvel animated projects from over 20 years ago, even like
Well,
10 years ago.
well,
Like
well,
they've done it. They can do
it's-
shit like that.
I think it's because of company culture. I think when you like, I think it's very different because when you hire somebody for a job, right, and they know they're gonna get respectively, they're gonna get fired after the show's done. I mean, what's the incentive for them to like really make a really good product?
No,
Right.
but that's because they're doing a second season of that show you just watched a clip of. It got renewed. It didn't do poorly.
Wait, that got renewed.
It got renewed. There's gonna be another one. People love it, and maybe the story is good.
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't
maybe
know. I'm not
you guys should
convinced.
watch
I'm not
it.
convinced though, personally, from what I've
Yeah.
seen, because I've heard a lot of spoilers. I'm not.
Maybe I'll
convinced
watch
it's a
it
great
over my
show.
spring break.
And I think the Peter Parker voice actor
Okay.
sounds annoying.
Okay,
like,
how
in the
about
clips I've
this?
seen.
How about this? Because I'll get the clickbait in here. How about this? You watch Solo Leveling and you compare it to that show.
Shut up!
Compare
Stop
the
talking about
two.
solo leveling.
They're not comparable. That's not. Because the other thing I have is that this seems to be a recent trend with and something happened here. I don't know what happened, where like the quality of live action and animated stuff has like kind of like flipped Because
do
it
you
used to
mean,
be
bro?
that animated stuff was a lot more
Mandalorian.
reliable than live action.
Mandalorian is
Boba
bad,
Fett.
bro. Mandalorian is
That's
bad.
exactly what I'm saying right now.
Oh,
Like
okay.
there was like a thing where like the live action stuff was a lot less.
I think Star Wars
reliable.
is Star
I'm
Wars
saying
is
both
just
are
like
kind of
The grandfather of
You know what I mean?
But and I don't know what happened, but Marvel or not just Marvel. I'm gonna talk about DC here in a second. Like animation has been kind of lacking. Like I don't know if any of you saw it, and I've talked about it on the channel before. But the Caped Crusader Batman animated TV show
oh, I was
that
gonna
Bruce
watch
Timm
it,
and
but
Matt
I
Reeves
forgot.
did
I forgot.
was not very good in my opinion. It like was. The problem is not even
Well,
it's not even that it was bad. It was just like boring, and the animation sucked. Like
Well,
in my
like,
opinion.
I don't know. I like Batman. Batman. What was it? Hold on, I need to find it real quick. Because I need to make sure I get this one correct. What was the Red and Black Batman animated
Batman
series?
Beyond.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
The-
Well, that's from the '90s too, and that's like
I
a
like
sequel
that
to the
one.
Batman the Animated
I like that
Series,
one.
and that's
Well, there's
also
also
a good
like
TV show.
their animated Spawn series that I think was from the 90s. It looks.
Now
it
I
still
have a
holds up.
question. With these animations, is it the same animators working on it
No.
as
My-
back then?
Well, I don't think it would be the
'Cause-
same animators.
Because like what I'm saying is like what I'm gonna get back to here is like in like in Japan or in Korea they have these animators animating for
Oh,
20
yeah, okay, I
years
see what you're
plus, and so they've been building on this for like 20 plus years, so their product only ever gets better, right? Maybe not their writing, but their product only ever gets better. And these animators that we have in the US, we don't have the same we
Like,
keep the same
long-term,
animators.
I mean, yeah,
for
I just think
20
it's
plus
a
years.
different.
Well, it's a
we just
company
don't have
culture
the
thing.
Same.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
I
I think that's just like a sad
Actually,
part of the reality,
the thing about it though is I wouldn't want the U.S. to run their animation companies the same way that Japan does. I don't want these big, I don't want people, for lack of a better word, hogging those positions until people below them aren't skilled enough to do the same thing, and then so you have 20, 30 years of like the same or similar animation quality, and then there's a sudden drop off, right? Which is gonna, like what you've talked about, is gonna happen in Japan soon when all those animators die out.
No,
Like
but
that
they
was
have-
that
they
was a
have-
conversation. That was a conversation we were having.
they have people under them though. Like
No,
they
I-
have
But you were saying that you think it's gonna, like, not today, but we had a conversation about this a while ago, you and me, about like how you think that the animation style and
I
quality.
think Japan has its own problems with the fact that it only has, a couple massive studios. I don't think that lends well.
Sure.
I mean, we have the same problem here. We have a
Mhm.
couple massive studios. I don't think that lends well to anything.
True.
I just
True.
think, I think a lot of these, I think they will die out, and I think that will, or like they'll leave, they'll want to retire, and I think that will have a big effect. But hopefully, if they've been doing what they should have been, they should have a couple people who are younger than them who they have brought on, right, and who they have been kind of teaching for like a couple of years, so it doesn't straight up just go like from this to down in the shitter.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have like I don't know, because it sucks. Because I just wish because my point is that like DC and Marvel are very capable companies. Like
Yeah.
they're very capable companies that have done good things like quality wise and can definitely still do it.
But Dave, the,
Like,
the problem is
we got the Batman, right?
Right.
We're getting the Superman movie, which
Not that movie was good.
not saying it's gonna be good, but it looks good. It looks like a fun movie, and I'm excited for. And considering that we've gotten tastes of what James Gunn's DC universe is going to look like, with
Creature Commandos.
the
is he the one
with
who
the
did
Creature
Penguin?
Commandos,
Creature
which was
Commandos,
really
baby.
good. I really liked
Creature
it.
Commandos was good as hell.
Who
I
did
really liked
Penguin?
Creature Commandos,
Who did Penguin?
and then also the Suicide Squad movie, and I can't remember if he's done anything else. But then
What about
we've seen
Peacemaker?
the Guardians of the
Peacemaker.
Galaxy, which isn't his DC stuff.
Who did the
Peacemaker,
Penguin?
Peacemaker, yes, Peacemaker.
The Penguin is technically. I mean, it's in the Matt Reeves Batman universe, which I think has
But
been
James
formally
Gunn
decided
helped.
is separate,
Yes, it
I
has.
think.
James Gunn did confirm.
which is the right decision in my
Yes.
opinion.
Okay, I think I don't know personally, but you know, I know the Penguin from what I hear has been really good, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I need
haven't
to
watched
watch
it.
it.
So I need to
hear
watch
it's
it
amazing.
too.
So
But-
keep going with what works for
Yes.
now. You need to build back. You need to build trust back up in your audience and your
I
fan
mean,
base.
like let's be real. DC never had that much trust in the movie market.
Yes,
Right.
because the problem is that we know these are competent companies that can do.
I don't know
cool
if we
things.
know. Do we know DC is a competent
But they've,
company?
Yes.
regardless
just-
of if they're
They
No,
can,
competent
they
or
because
not.
they can
No,
make good movies
No,
and
but
make good
We've
animation.
looked at the last 20 years of movies that they've made, and I mean, name a couple that you.
The
think
Dark
are great.
Knight, The Dark Knight,
and all
Oh,
like
Yeah.
arguably one of the best
yeah,
movies
that's-
ever
Well, there's
made.
good DC movies like
But,
Superman.
the Superman movies.
No, but I mean
Man of
the
Steel.
original
Man of Steel was
Superman.
good.
No, Man of Steel was boring.
Man of Steel was
slop.
good.
I don't
Man
like
of Steel
Man of
was
Steel.
good.
Henley.
I like-
Man of Steel is
I liked
boring
Man of
slop,
Steel.
bro. No, Man of Steel garbage.
Henry Cavill is my lover.
But-
Do we wanna
You know,
go
Wonder
over
Woman
the-
was an okay movie. Like
do we wanna
people
go
like
over
Wonder
that?
Woman.
Wonder Woman was bad.
My point
Yeah,
is
The first
that-
one's good.
My
I did not
point,
like
yes,
Wonder
yes, the
Woman.
first one's good, but like DC
I like
has
that could just
made
be
good
me.
movies and good cartoons, and so has Marvel.
But everyone's realized that
And
they
we
can be
have
lazy
obviously-
and spend less money and still make
Make
the same
more money.
Exactly. They can be lazy,
But
and they
it's
can
running
be more
out. Like
slop.
they're running out of this trust. Like it's gonna happen
Yeah,
soon.
but
Where
you-
this-
but you
no
and I-
one's going to want
But Noah,
to engage
you and
with
I
these.
both know that in the system we live in, they're not going to change until something doesn't actually work. That's why, like,
There's always
they
gonna be
only
people.
slowed down.
You know.
They only slowed down Marvel movie productions after a bunch of them did terribly, and now
Yes.
they slowed it down a little bit and they brought it back to the drawing board.
I didn't watch
and
the
even
show,
Brave
but-
New World still wasn't amazing.
Yeah,
like
but-
I liked Brave New World.
On the
but
other hand, the Daredevil TV show has been doing very
that's
well.
true. The first 2 episodes are really good.
I haven't
liked
seen
it.
it
Normal series.
yet because I didn't
Yeah,
watch the
I haven't
Netflix
seen
show.
it.
Yeah,
so-
I didn't watch the Netflix show, but I did watch the first 2 episodes of Born Again, and I
But
thought
I've
it was
heard
good.
really good things. I've heard
Yeah.
that it's a really good, like it's
I
a
just
very
think-
worthy sequel to the Netflix show.
You
With
just-
even if it's
You should
know.
just never trust a firm or a company to ever.
Yeah, because the
'cause
problem is that we
at the
don't
end of
have
the day-
consistency.
At the end of the day, they don't care about you. You shouldn't care about them.
Yeah, corporations
be
do not
so
give a
for
fuck
real.
But
about
I
you.
want it's just so it just angers me so much because we live in we live in an age,
We live in
a
a
technical
society.
age where these
We do
that's
live in
not
a
what I'm
society.
saying. We live in a
live in a
technical
society.
age where lots of really cool things are able to be accomplished
I agree.
regarding
Yeah.
But they don't give a shit. so
regarding
it's
the
not gonna
comic
happen.
book scene. Not even just like I'm thinking very narrowly here, with just like purely the comic book scene
Yeah.
because
I saw-
it's not like they're just releasing bad things now.
That's
Like it's not like we were getting really great content and then suddenly
It just fell off.
Yeah,
we're
Thor:
getting
The Dark
horrible
World
shit.
did come out like 10 years ago, and that movie
I like that
sucked,
movie.
so-
Yes.
I also like that movie.
Yes, it did suck. Like
you
it's
like
not,
every.
it's not like
I like
we had
terrible
good
things.
stuff and then it was suddenly everything that has come out.
I've got the
has been
genetics.
terrible.
I've got
the
the
problem
genetics
is,
of liking bad movies.
Yeah.
I feel like
your
yeah, I
mom
feel
likes
Yeah.
yeah.
it.
I was about to
My
say I've
mom's-
seen what your
My
mom's
mom's
watching.
favorite movie series
Like
is
not
Fast and the
old
Furious.
Roadhouse. Yeah.
He likes the new road. I like the old Roadhouse, and I thought the new one was kind of funny.
Yeah,
like I like
the old. The old
I like watching
Roadhouse
Conor
was
McGregor
alright.
wander around, but the old Roadhouse was really good.
No, I literally watched the new Roadhouse twice this summer, and both times I watched it, I was like, "What the fuck?" am
Well,
I
okay,
watching?
but I'm not quite as bad as my mother because I did fall asleep during Fast 9 because that movie was a pile of dog shit.
What about Jurassic Park? What about the new Jurassic?
The new Jurassic Park
Worlds?
movies were
Like,
so
the
bad. Jurassic
Yeah,
World was
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Jurassic
thank you.
World was
Don't even
really
get
good.
me
Jurassic
started.
World Dominion is possibly the worst
The
movie
worst
I've
movie
ever
I've
Not
seen.
ever
possibly.
seen.
It's not
No,
possible.
I've also seen 16 Candles, and that's pretty bad.
It's
so.
not worse, or it is worse than 16 Candles. 16 Candles
No,
is not
16
worse.
Candles is I think the worst movie I've ever
No,
seen.
no,
I,
no.
I hate that movie with
A
a passion.
popular John Hughes rom-com is
I
your least
fucking
favorite
hate
movie.
that movie.
I don't know.
When
Can
the
we-
main character, when
No,
the
no,
movie
I understand. No,
glorifies
I
rape,
understand. No, I
it's
understand.
not a good movie.
I understand. I understand.
Can we
It's not a
mention?
great movie.
Can we
It's just
mention
funny.
Boys
It's
Against
just
Girls on this platform?
funny. We didn't see that movie though. You know what I-
did. We just weren't
you know,
watching
you know what I
it,
mean.
per se.
Like we didn't.
It was
see
on,
that.
but we did not see it. My eyes are
No, no,
closed.
They were
watching.
not watching. I have a few notes on the Marvel thing while we're
I
talking
actually-
about
yeah.
it. If Noah's done with the soapbox, I feel like he
Yeah,
could keep going, but
I
it has
definitely
been 30.
could keep going.
It has been
but
30
I
minutes,
can stop.
so
I can stop.
so
I can stop.
I love you. It was a good.
No, I can
tangent.
stop. I just
Good
get really
tangent.
angry
Yeah,
about.
can we
No,
just talk
I think
about
it's
the
fair. I
socio
think
and
it's fair.
economic state of the world?
I thought that you all might be interested. I don't know if anyone else cares as much as I do, but I saw that some new castings were announced for the next Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
I think it's a
Sa-
rumor still.
So no, Sadie Sink. I'm pretty sure she was officially casted.
As who?
No, because I think I saw posts that there's like 3 different roles people
As
think
John
she's being
McLaren.
rumored for. In like not even just Spider-Man.
For who?
It's literally says Deadline article joins Tom Holland in the next Spider-Man movie. I don't know who yet. We don't know who.
Well, okay. Oh wait, so she's been cast in the movie, but not with a role that we know of.
We
Yeah,
know
we
who.
don't know the role, but it
Oh,
seems like she's
okay,
in the
okay,
movie.
okay. Okay,
Which
'cause
I really
okay.
like. Sadie
That is
Sink.
TB.
Like Fear Street 2 is one of my favorite movies. Well, it's not
So
one of my favorite
interesting.
movies, but I really like Fear Street 2 because I just really like Sadie Sink as an actress. Call it Stranger
Yeah.
Things fandom. I don't know, but I think that's exciting.
If you come
And
up
then
in this
there was a
chat
really
talking about
good-
Eddie Munson, we will ban you.
Well, because I thought that 'cause I saw some posts that
I will ban you.
Are you against Eddie Munson?
No, I'm against Eddie
No,
Munson.
it's just he's against the whole stands. Yeah.
Oh,
That-
okay.
that
This is
boy's
an
a
established
munce.
Henley. That boy's a munce. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
What
boy
were
is
you
a
gonna say, Noah?
munce.
What
I was
were
gonna
you
say I saw like she was like rumored to be casted as like an MJ, like not like Michelle Jones, but like an
Yes.
actual Mary Jane.
I think that is the rumor. I'm wondering if they would
Um,
cast
she
her
is
as like an
one, right?
offset Gwen Stacy because they already cast an offset MJ.
Yeah, I could see. That.
So
feel
I
like
don't know.
I feel like Gwen Stacy. I don't know. I feel like they should move ahead with Gwen Stacy, but I don't know. And then
Well,
I
because
saw like
I don't
she was,
think because Zendaya is still in the next movie. I think so. I don't think they're getting
not
rid of
to as I saw a thing that it was they weren't going to be in it like very significantly
very much. Well, I don't know.
with any.
Although
significance,
they
but,
are engaged. I don't know if you guys saw that. Tom Holland and Zendaya are engaged.
That
So I
man
don't
went
know
from
why they-
0 to hero on the Zendaya front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for
Respect.
him.
But
Good
then
for
I
him.
also saw that Sadie Sink was like rumored to be casted as Firestar, which I can't remember who that is.
Who the
from
fuck is
comics exactly.
Firestar?
And then also Jean Grey.
I did see the
was
Jean
a
Grey. But I
popular
think that's a. I don't. I feel
rumor.
like there's no way they're introducing Jean Grey in a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
though.
unless actually I could see how it would work if
Would
they
she be like a
gave-
villain?
No, where she's a high school student that he runs into somehow.
But he's not in
and
high
like
school.
is like friends. No, or like, like a student somewhere, and then she like discovers she's a mutant, and then has to leave to go join the
Maybe.
school or whatever.
Maybe.
That's the only way I could see it if that's how they're gonna do it.
I mean,
Or not.
it could be Jean Grey. I just don't find that.
For some
to me,
reason,
that doesn't seem super
I
likely.
can only
unless they
imagine-
introduce the X-Men in this movie, which would be kind of.
I can
gnarly.
only imagine all the
What
X-Men
happened?
stuff happening, like where like they're in school and then he pulls them out to go to school. I can only imagine that happening in like the 80s. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. There's
I
a,
wonder-
do it,
we've run
like,
into a
modern
weird
way.
front with the X-Men.
Well, because I think the next Spider-Man movies, I believe, are meant to be smaller, friendly Spider-Man stories. So I feel like introducing characters like Jean Grey, unless maybe it's like a thing in New York where like X-Men high schoolers are like being oppressed or something, and he like wants to
Doctor
help them.
Doom. Put him.
Well, no,
I don't-
because
I
now
don't
we
know.
don't. Now it's
Yeah.
possibly not. Now it's
Yeah,
possibly
man.
not a street level movie anymore.
Is it not?
I've heard it's going through like fucking production hell right now,
Oh,
where it's like no
Put
one
in-
knows what
put
the
in-
fucking movie
Put in
is.
Doctor Doom.
Because I heard
Put
there was
him
like a
in.
thing where like Tom Hardy was gonna be Venom in it now,
I got that.
and then there was
No,
like
I just-
Noel was
oh.
gonna be in it, like the fucking
Uh.
king of the fucking symbiotes is gonna be in this Spider-Man
I
movie.
just,
or
Venom
I
something.
just
one was
want-
good,
I just
Venom
want a
2
Tom
and 3
Holland
were
Spider-Man
Garbo.
movie.
Actually, I haven't.
I think a perfect Spider-Man movie would be, or
never
like
seen
for the
Venom
new one
3.
would be Spider-Man, and
Or
he
at
has to
least I
fight
haven't.
like
the
the
lizard.
Rhino,
Yeah,
or like 3 villains. I think 3
Although-
lower level
although-
villains.
I don't know how so a major
Kraven
part
the
of the
Hunter.
Daredevil show premise, which I
Yeah.
don't think this counts as a spoiler, but I guess if you don't want to be spoiled, this happens
Wait,
at
for
the
what?
end of for Daredevil Born Again. It happens in like episode 2, I
Fuck
think, or
off.
at the end of episode 1 or something.
I
I
don't
don't
care,
I
personally.
don't think it's much of a spoiler from watching the show. It's pretty clear that it's going to happen. But if be warned, skip ahead like I don't know however long. But Kingpin is now, unless the show resolves this, Kingpin is now the mayor of New York.
Mhm.
So I don't know how
That could be a really good way to do
yeah,
that.
so I don't know how Spider-Man is gonna, and I don't know if in Born Again he'll like be kicked out or something. I don't know. I haven't finished the show because it's not fully out yet. But I wonder if that would maybe interact with Spider-Man stuff, because Kingpin is often isn't. I could be wrong, but isn't he more of a Spider-Man villain than a Daredevil villain?
Well, because the thing about it is that whenever Spider-Man fights Kingpin, it's usually with Daredevil.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I feel like because in Daredevil's first appearance, or maybe not his first appearance, but his first crossover with Spider-Man, I think that's actually they could be fighting each other in that one. That often happens. I can't remember, but they usually, because I think Kingpin is usually both
Is it
of their
Okay.
villains. Because
I'm sure most
they cross
heroes
over
just
often.
don't like Kingpin.
And so
for-
honestly, I would enjoy for the new Spider-Man movie, even though it's like it wouldn't be just a Spider-Man movie at that point, but like Daredevil was in it or something. Like he was
yeah, and
doing
that's the
shit.
thing. That's the thing with Daredevil Born Again, and as I said, I didn't watch the Netflix show, but the Netflix show wasn't officially canon at the time, so like it made sense for them to overlook it. But if we assume that the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, what that like presents, that Spider-Man is Spider-Maning across New York, I feel like Daredevil Born Again, like
Makes
I feel
no
like
sense.
there's not that it makes no sense. It's just that like there's a lot of talks about like vigilantism in the show, and a lot of it centers around Daredevil and like his existence. But like Spider-Man never comes up, and you'd think that he would.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes
So
sense.
So I don't know. Maybe he does.
They have
for-
Marvel's a weird problem with like other heroes existing in their world.
Yeah, because like
When they
DC
focus
does
on
a good
certain
job of like
characters.
splitting them in different cities.
Well, then also with the new Superman movie, they're going to do a good job with it. Well, from what I've heard, and this sounds like a good idea. Whether they do it well or not is completely different. But like, it sounds like a good idea. Where like, there's other heroes in the movie who are operating, and then they
In-
show up when they need to. But
Yeah.
the story's not about them. Like the Green Lantern's in it, Mr. Terrific, yada yada yada.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, because I feel like that's just
Awesome.
because what if we assume, I think the Punisher show is also canon. So you have Daredevil, the Punisher, and Spider-Man, just those three in New York
Well, Punisher's supposed to show up, I think.
Yeah, he was in the trailer. John
in
Bernthal was
the Daredevil show.
in
Yeah.
Born Again. Yeah.
No, sure, because he and Daredevil interact in the Netflix
Yeah,
show,
he's-
so that makes
he's gonna-
sense.
Well, yeah.
That makes sense. But I'm
Caroline's
just
gonna
saying
tell-
that those are three like pretty major people.
He's gonna tell Daredevil something. He's gonna tell him something.
Yeah,
Well, because
He's gonna say something badass to him.
it's John
Man, let me tell
Bernthal.
you
Of course,
something.
he's gonna say something bad. He's gonna say, "Let me tell you."
He's gonna be like, "I'm gonna punish
tell you
He's gonna be
something,
like,
man."
I'm gonna punish you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm gonna
punish.
punish you.
I'm gonna punish you."
Well, doesn't Daredevil
But-
doesn't Daredevil do a bit of an oopsie in the first couple episodes of Born Again?
I think if you're interested in watching the show, I don't want to say too much about the first episode because I think it's a
Well,
good.
I saw
opening,
the
but
clip.
yes.
I'm pretty sure where he
Yeah, I think if you're interested in watching the show, I don't think you should know what happens.
Well, I think the
Right.
the oopsie he does is a good reason for Frank to show up and be like, "What did I say?"
I don't know which. I'm not sure which oopsie you're referring to.
I don't. Was that in the
It's
first?
okay.
Because I haven't
Okay.
seen the show yet, but I saw that. I
Cryptic,
saw
man.
that clip. Yeah, so, if you've seen Born Again.
It could have been from. The
Is it from
Netflix
the new
show.
episode?
No,
It
it's
could've been
from
the
Born
Netflix show.
Again. It's from Born Again.
No, but I'm saying episode 3 just came out. So
Oh,
it could be.
uh,
I've only seen
maybe?
the first 2. You can text me what the oopsie is if you want.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, what was the original?
Oh, maybe
I just
I
mentioned that Sadie
misinterpreted
Sink was
their
gonna
clip.
be-
So I don't know.
No, I know,
Anyways.
but there was I feel like there was a thread of conversation that was happening, and then
Spider-Man,
bad.
just like Spider-Man
Yeah,
movies
Spider-Man.
in New
just
York.
Spider-Man generally.
Heroes in New York. Next Spider-Man movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
how they're
yeah,
not
no,
how
I
they're
don't know.
I
not
don't know.
interacting with each other, even though they should be.
Oh yeah, that
Well,
was
they
like,
might,
like,
they
the
might,
great-
they
the greater,
honestly
yeah,
might.
yeah. It was like the world problem.
Right.
That's
Well,
why.
it's like there's like the whole thing where like where are the fucking Eternals? You know, like what are they
hopefully
doing?
never.
Hopefully
ever
they never show
reappearing.
up again.
Yeah, that movie is fucking terrible.
Hopefully I never see them again. And then
Dude,
even
I
at
need
this
to
point, like
watch
where are
the
the X Men?
Eternals,
I'll watch
bro.
Eternals.
You
Do
know,
not
like
watch the
That
Eternals.
movie
Do
might
not
be
watch the
fun if you were
Eternals.
like inebriated.
but if you were stumbling back from into your home after a study sesh,
after studying with school supplies.
after studying with a pencil.
Yeah, writing down some mathematical equations and stuff. You're really
Yeah,
tired.
yeah,
really,
studying.
really tired.
But
So
and
the
then
funny-
the other problem, like I see a lot of is like I don't know how they're gonna do it, but like, where are the X-Men if they're actually operating in this world?
I don't. Yeah.
Where are they?
I think
Even where are the Fantastic Four? Like, they exist now.
in the 60s.
Yeah.
In the
Then why has no
60s.
one ever mentioned them?
Everyone in the 60s
No,
was
it's
dead, 'cause
definitely-
they're all
no one
dead.
brought
Different-
them up.
Because they're
No,
all
it's
dead.
100% a
Yeah,
different
different world.
timeline.
Yes,
It's definitely a different timeline because there's
Yes.
literally no way that the first Avenger can be a movie and like function the way it does leading into the Avengers and Iron Man if the if the Fantastic Four were also just chilling out, stopping
Fantastic
Galactus from
Four
destroying
just
all
doing
of
it.
New York City.
No, it's probably gonna be some sort of worlds
Yeah, and if they
collide
stop
sort of thing.
Galactus, like why aren't they why aren't they helping the Avengers when Thanos comes? Right?
Exactly, like
Yeah.
Galactus is fucking Galactus, but
Fantastic.
I don't know. This
Yeah.
actually just reminded me.
We're
I don't
very
know. I won't
Marvel
yap too
kept
much.
today.
Well, we're not done with
But
superheroes
there
yet.
there were recent leaks. There were recent leaks.
About what?
About Marvel leaks that were pretty interesting.
Bro, just say them. Don't blue
I
ball.
just want-
I'm trying to remember what
I
they
just
all
want
were
Blade and
exactly.
Marvel
So they
Rivals
were
already.
they were originally thought to be leaks
No.
for the Avengers Doomsday movie, which is the one after the next one, but it's apparently actually leaks for the Secret Wars movie. That doesn't really matter. But the point is that the leaks contain what
Wait,
Doctor Doom's going to look
isn't
like.
Doomsday a DC character villain?
Yeah,
Yes,
Doomsday,
but like it's
there's
like a
the
play on
Day
like
of Doom,
like
Doomsday,
Doom,
Doctor
like
Doom.
Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
But the
Okay.
leaks included like what Doctor Doom's gonna look like, an alternate Doctor Strange who works for this Doctor Doom.
Oh.
We saw Hulk World, what that's gonna look like. We saw the
Hulk
Scar redesign from the She-Hulk show. Thank God they redesigned his character. He looks so much better now.
We just need to keep.
Let me look at
She-Hulk.
Scar from
Well,
She-Hulk.
according to the art, I don't know. Like it's hard to say. The leaks were pretty interesting. The Doctor Doom he looks fucking sick. I'm gonna be real with you.
What was that thing? I
Level,
didn't
from
like.
skill level.
I just saw some stuff where like, it was like RDJ was Doctor Doom, and then
You just saw that?
it's been no,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
been a
you were
while.
gone.
It's
You
been a
were gone
while.
when
It's
that
been a
got announced.
while, but I don't. I
Yeah,
haven't
he's-
talked to
he's
anybody
supposed to-
about it.
He's supposed to play Doctor Doom.
I'm pretty
I think,
mad about
I
it.
think it's fucking
RDJ
stupid,
is
yeah.
playing Doctor. What the fuck?
Well, because
Wow, you look just like my
Supposed to
best
be
friend
an
Tony.
I think he's gonna be an Iron Man from a different time.
Well, no, I'm upset on two fronts because on one front, if they decide to make this the mainline Doctor Doom, that's stupid because now we just have Iron Man again, and then nothing ever happens.
I
you know
love
what I mean?
Iron Man.
But on a second front, if he's
Please say
not
Iron
the
Man is
permanent
Dr.
Doctor
Doom.
Doom in this universe, and they're just gonna kill him and reveal the real Doctor
Yeah, what the
Doom,
fuck is the
then
point?
just what a fucking waste! What a
Yeah,
waste
I know.
of time! What a waste of time that would be if like we have this Doctor Doom and then he's like a cooler Doctor Doom shows up.
What's up, kids?
It's
I'm
like, I'm
real.
the real villain.
I don't-
I'm
I
the
don't-
real
It
villain.
was me the whole
I
time.
don't remember if
Barry.
we've talked about this on the pod before, but I just think it's a shame. I like Robert Downey Jr. He does a great job as Iron Man, but you know, it's cool to see new faces.
Let
and new
someone
talent.
His time
else
is done,
have.
bro.
Yeah, let someone else fucking hang out in the spotlight for a minute.
And there are
So-
so many good options for Doctor Doom. Like I've seen like Killian Murphy as like a fronting
That would
That
be
could've
crazy.
been
cast,
fire,
fan
yeah.
cast, and that would be
fucking
cool.
crazy.
That would be cool. I'd be cool with that.
I'm honestly,
Even
I'm
other
still a
actors.
little fucking mad that John Krasinski was only cast as Reed Richards for Scarlet Witch.
For him to be demolished.
I'm kind of mad about that because I really liked that casting.
I
I
wait-
really like John
I
Krasinski.
love Pedro
Well,
Pascal,
you should
but
also be
I
mad-
would much rather have John Krasinski as.
We have who's,
Yeah.
who's that one guy who like can talk and he like kills
Black
people?
Bolt.
Yeah, Black Bolt. And he
Black Bolt
kills
can
And then they
people.
fucking kill him! Oh my god, it pisses me off
In
so
the
bad.
stupidest way possible.
In
You
the
think they're doing
stupidest
it
way.
realize-
Oh, you have a mouth? No, you don't. And
then he
you
immediately
blow
And
off
then
your
he
own head.
talks anyway.
And then he screams, even though he knows he doesn't have a mouth anymore, and then blows up his own head.
Yeah,
Black Bolt.
What the
panicked.
fuck?
Awesome.
He's cool. He's a cool, competent character. Like, they had the whole Illuminati here, and then they were like, well, you're all
Yeah.
jokes now. You're not real
yeah.
characters.
I mean, I liked that.
I like
that
the
movie
meme
enough
where,
while watching it,
where he does
but-
like the rail slide in his wheelchair. Where he does, like, the fucking...
I saved...
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's just
I,
so
I,
funny.
I have a photo saved in my phone now as a reaction image whenever I can get the chance to use it. Of Professor X doing that from the movie.
I have a good reaction image that I've been dropping in chats recently. I think you guys will.
Yeah, I do
appreciate it.
too.
Let me
I
pull
do
it
too.
up. Let me pull it
Everyone's
up.
got their own little reaction.
Yeah,
images.
yeah. I'll show you it in context actually.
Yeah.
Look, it's a little Donkey Kong giving the thumbs up.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. I like that. I like that.
You know
one.
what mine is? It's a fan favorite.
I
Dude, you
cannot
stole
say
that
it.
from me.
It's a
I
fan
can't.
favorite.
I
say what it
found
is.
that hard image and then you stole
Wait,
it.
is it the Waffle House?
It's the Waffle House.
I like
It's
this
the
one.
Waffle
It's a
I like this one.
I
Yeah.
didn't steal anything from you, bro.
I found that
it.
image.
You found it on Reddit, Noah.
Yeah,
I found it on Reddit.
About.
I found it
doesn't
on
belong
Reddit.
to you. This
No,
is
you didn't,
reaction
bro.
images are not fine.
It belongs. We stand here amongst my achievements, not yours,
yours.
Matthew.
Yeah.
You didn't take it, bro.
I also like this one.
Fat Jeffrey Dean
That's
Morgan.
Fat Negan
Fat Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
from The Walking Dead.
I
No,
love
I know,
Negan.
but like,
I love
I was
Negan.
caught very off guard by that.
That's
I was
another
like,
show that's
um,
after like the 5th season is not great that I really love. The first like 3 seasons of The Walking Dead are fucking
Yeah,
peak though.
like Game
I'm,
of
I'm,
Thrones.
I'm convinced that
current
Henley
6.
just only likes bad content.
The chimp smoking.
Monkey smoking a cigarette.
I would never do
Monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey
Sunday
see, monkey
service.
do.
Monkey do.
that. Well, there's
Any-
Shut up, Henley. So yeah. Anyway, do we
Okay.
want to go to the next point? I'm not sure whose
Um,
point it is.
I would say we
Oh.
were just talking about Jeffrey Dean
Matthew's
Morgan,
about
who is
a-
in Invincible. We could transition, unless Matthew wants to talk about it.
Who was he in Invincible?
He plays Conquest.
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. Okay.
Yep.
Matthew's about a yap.
I
about
did know he
computer
was in it,
parts.
He's Conquest, yeah. A lot of people didn't
Is
really.
he-
I saw the images. I saw the images.
Matthew,
Yeah, what's good?
are you gonna yap about computer parts now?
Oh wait, yeah. I'll get to that right now.
I'll get back to you.
Nothing.
It's so
I
bad.
didn't hear what he said.
Anyway, talking about PC
Takamura.
parts coming out because obviously AMD just really announced that their new GPU line's coming out. They've had some CPUs
Can you stop
coming out.
rolling?
Yeah, good God, man.
Of course they
Anyway.
dropped that because what? The video was like, oh yeah, the 50.
Yeah, Nvidia's
50
releasing 50
series.
series.
The 50
so,
series,
so Nvidia they released 5070 Ti at like $1,000, right? So what does AMD do? Okay, they release a GPU that's better for $600, and in a lot of scenarios it's better. The only like drawbacks I would say is, hey, it's still AMD. They're still gonna have ray tracing troubles, and then obviously the AI on Nvidia is just better for AI usage. But a vast majority of users are not 3D modeling with AI, so I don't really
I
understand.
mean,
where
yeah, and a
you're going with that.
$400 price difference is pretty big.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
you're getting worse, better gaming performance with one over the other. Now I'm going to talk about something else, right? And it's just like PC parts in general, which is what I like to deem
Noah
the
fully
fake.
tuned out.
It's called.
Why I
it's
don't
called,
have it? I don't know.
Get off your phone.
it's called what I like to call like fake MSRP, right? Like you may see this in other markets, but a company will release it and they'll say, hey, we're releasing this at this MSRP, and you'll be able to find it for that, right?
Yep.
Fucking lie.
And it's total lies, right? And what they like to pin it on, and this is a Matthew conspiracy thing, but they like to pin it on scalpers. And I'm not saying scalpers don't exist because they definitely do. What I'm
Wait, so
saying
can I
is,
ask before you continue what the
Yeah.
fuck is an MSRP?
like
It's like the starting
it's what
starting
you sell
retail
a
price.
product at. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I sell something at $6.99. That's MSRP. I deem it.
And it's gonna be
$6.99.
$1,200 2 days later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the 50
and then
70 is probably already
scalpers
what,
come in.
okay?
Scalpers come in, and the Nvidia one is actually genuinely $2,000 because of scalpers.
Yeah.
But let me
Called
get
it.
back to my point about scalping MSRP and my big conspiracy theory that's going on in my head. So, what in my opinion these companies do is they forcibly, like, when they release new products into the market, in order to make the new product look more appealing, they draw back the supply a little, right? So with older generation CPUs, for example, with Ryzen, they draw back the CPU supply on the 7800 X3D chips so that their MSRP, or so that the chips go back to MSRP because they were below MSRP because they were an older chip. But they go back to MSRP value, so they make the new chips look like they're a better buy, right? And then
Mhm.
people buy the new chips because they look like a better buy,
Right.
obviously.
Do you have evidence for this theory, or you just think so?
Do I have evidence?
I'm just
I mean,
I'm just asking. Like I'm not.
Do
I'm not saying
I?
you're wrong.
Do
I'm
I,
just
Williams?
curious.
no, I'm just saying like I'm just saying it's oddly, I'm great at seeing patterns, and it's oddly weird that every
He's so
time,
humble too. So humble.
it's
I'm the
oddly
best at
weird.
seeing patterns.
I'm so
No,
good
nobody
at
sees
it.
patterns
I'm
as good
so
as me.
fucking
Well,
good at it. That's what they
well,
say. It's not what I
okay,
say.
we can compare this to something like I can't actually compare it on this podcast.
If you say solo leveling, I'm gonna
No. I was gonna talk about OPEC and oil supply, but I won't go into that because it's a little political. But I'll talk about this, right? And what I'm saying is if you looked at previous releases of new CPU lines, you see the same pattern every time. You see, instead of the older CPUs going on a bigger sale because they would reasonably have more supply, they go on they go back to an increase in price because they forcibly don't keep making the CPU, right?
Which
and
the
then-
old CPUs get more
it-
expensive when the new one comes out.
Yeah, exactly. Makes zero sense, right? And they do this to make the new CPU look like a better deal, so you buy the new CPU. That's my opinion. That's why.
Because
They
I
do
was
it.
I was
That makes
literally
sense.
just thinking as you were talking about this that maybe it's time for me to finally upgrade shit if it's all cheaper.
It's not.
It's not. It won't be for a
Okay.
couple months. So don't.
Yeah.
All right.
um,
Well, I can't afford it right now anyway.
Yeah, me neither. Me
So,
neither.
I
I
would
need a
say-
CPU upgrade, but I'm waiting.
I would say stave off for like 3 months if you can.
I forget.
Um,
What am I even on? I'm on like some brick that was built in the Neolithic era.
Yeah, I think we have a pretty similar CPU actually, but your graphics card is like carved in
My
Mesopotamia.
graphics card is actually ancient. Yeah.
The RX 580, the goat. of
Yeah,
gaming.
that's what I have. The,
The goat
RX
of
580.
gaming.
Everybody
That's-
loves that graphics card.
I'm pretty sure Noah's PS5 has better graphical abilities. than-
100.
Oh, it
than mine.
definitely
It's not
does.
even a fucking
Yeah.
question.
It definitely does.
Yeah. So if,
Um,
if anybody updates their
Slapping
graphics
her.
card and is done with theirs,
Yeah, I did.
I'll pay for shipping, guys. If you wanna
The
send
old
that.
view.
Yeah, well, when I upgrade, I'll sell you mine for 800. That's $400 less than I
I-
bought it for.
yeah,
we
but
can
it's-
barter this later.
yeah,
We're gonna
It's
bargain.
definitely
Okay,
worth
we're
less
We're
than
gonna
that.
bargain.
Let me
I
say
see you,
this.
bitch.
So Henley bought his 3070 Ti for what was it?
It's like
$1,200.
$1,200. Fucking terrible
So
decision.
I bought so
For what?
I bought
$1,200?
mine at 300.
I bought mine in
and
like
that was brand
2022
new.
at like the height of Bitcoin mining, or 2021. I don't remember. But
And
Henley,
Yeah.
all
Edit it out.
cut it quick! Cut the
Poor
fucking
guy.
film!
Poor guy.
Cut the film!
Poor guy.
poor guy.
Cut the film! They're gonna find my house.
Delete.
They're gonna
They're
kill me.
not
They're gonna kill me.
delete all this shit.
Oh, that was a really good episode. Fuck. And it still has room for more episodes.
Yeah, for like 10 more minutes. I mean,
Shut up, Craig.
sorry.
How about you shut up? How about you shut up? How did last week's episode go?
It was fine. It
Was
good.
Henley also there for that one?
No.
Or
No.
I was
I don't
not. I was
actually remember what we talked
was I?
about. Oh
I
yeah, no,
noticed
it
there
was
hasn't
actually
been
it was.
a-
a
I think
good
I was at
episode.
Will's
It was-
house.
Yeah, there's a chance that Matthew deleted the recording. We forgot to ask him, so
Okay.
we'll find
Well,
out. I
It
guess
wasn't
we-
released when it was supposed to be.
okay, so we'll ask him.
So-
So it's
ask him.
gone.
Because it's supposed to be
Probably.
released on Wednesdays.
Yeah, so it's probably gone. There's a good
And he
chance.
didn't release it on Wednesday.
Tell me what you
Yeah,
gonna do.
and if he's
Rolling,
currently
rolling,
gone, then
rolling.
there's a chance that this one is also done for.
The Monster Hunter Wilds meat writing has to stop. Why would you name the video that?
I told him. I
He's
think I
such
told
a
him the name of
fucking
that.
stupid
What did you
bitch,
talk
bro.
about?
Why? And what is he doing? Why is the first frame all these people's YouTube accounts?
Oh, okay, no. So the
Because
first
he's
he released
shit-talking the comments.
he released the episode before that, Monster Hunter Wilds Warning, and that video got a lot of hate
yeah, I watched
because of Capcom Meat
it. Yes,
Riders.
I know.
So we went in and he reviewed all the comments and like I wouldn't even say he debunked them, but he was just like, "Yeah, you're fucking stupid." And that was the second video.
I told
was
him not
really
to do it. We all told him not to do it.
Oh, I was there when he did it. It was hilarious. I actually came up with that title mostly. I was like, "Yeah, you should name it like Hop Off Capcom's Meat or something," and that's what he came up with.
What's interesting is that on this video, everyone seems to be on his side.
Well, that's because none of the
Really?
people on the first one expected that they would get backlash from a small content creator. So when he did it, they were like, "Oh shit!" So they fucking stepped back, and then all the people were like,
Alrighty, listeners. Matthew blue screened or something.
the computer fucking
I don't know
exploded.
I don't know what happened there.
We had a couple more points, but unfortunately,
Yeah, we'll
for
have
next
to stop
episode.
it here for tech problems. Yeah,
we'll have to get
so-
Henley on for that one to talk about his point.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean,
And maybe you guys
Caden-
can watch it, and then we can actually have a conversation about it.
Yeah, Caden misses
Yeah, I'll be
episodes
caught up
fairly
by then,
often, so I don't know. Like it's not entirely out of the question for Henley to return at some point. But until the next one, what am I supposed to say? Remember to junk it out.
Yeah,
keep junking it.
Junk it.
Keep junking it.
Out with that junk.
Out with that junk.
Get your junk
with
out.
it.
If you got a dirty
Junk
house,
it
clean that
out.
shit up, man. No
Alright.
worries.
Junk it out.
Get it out of there.
Junking it.
Get it
Junk
out.
it all out.
I'm gonna junk
Get
all
it
over
out
the
of there.
place.